what about if there's another recession like 2008 as a realtor? What do you would do to like keeping up with like still making money to survive, or who already bought a house or a property in this time? What do you suggest?
So
two sides.
Yeah. So first of all, if you're in a recession and as a 1099 employee, what you bring in is very important. That's how you're gonna survive. I would pivot and do things that you weren't doing before. Even if you have to take a hit in your pride or take a hit in your income, you have to survive. You have to be on survival mode. You have to be prepared for that.
Being resilient, right?
Yeah, resilient, relentless, have grit. Don't take no for an answer. And as a realtor, if you're not doing rentals because the time it takes to do rentals and the amount of money you make from it is not worth your time, you're gonna have to start doing rentals again.
Oh, cool.
And be cool with that, because that's paying for your expenses. And rentals are good. I started with rentals, and renters turn into home purchases and home sales and, referrals, which is the biggest part of my business, is referrals from other clients. Yeah. And, if you have your own company, if you opened up your own shop and it started to, your traffic started to reduce, people started losing their job, be okay with downsizing, because it's part of life. Everybody downsizes, at some point of their life. If it's downsizing from a nicer car to a lesser valuable car, or a bigger house to a smaller car, or
if you have two cars, get only one, and
one wife to two wives, or two wives to one wife. But yeah, I mean, downsizing is part of life. So I think it's normal. I think you should definitely put your pride aside and take a hit, but survive.
Before our chat here, you told me about you're gonna drop some quote that you leave it on.
Okay, so yeah, there's two things that I say all the time. One thing is if you don't ask, you don't get. That's the biggest thing. People are so afraid to ask for things because they don't want to be rejected, and rejection is such a hard thing to get, because rejection is a failure, and you don't want to feel like you're a failure. So put your pride aside and just don't give. Can I curse?
Yeah.
Don't give a shit. Don't give a shit what people are gonna say,
guys.
right? Like, if you're, for example, like I'm with my fiance. Shout out to my fiance. She's a PA. She's studying to be a PA. She's great, and sometimes when I'm at a restaurant, I'm like, I should ask for more this or more bread, or like more, like if you're at Red Lobster, more cheddar biscuits, right? People are like, oh, don't ask, like, that's being greedy or whatever. Like, no, I'm gonna ask because they're probably gonna give it to me. You don't know what the limit on how much cheddar biscuits I can get. So if you don't ask, you don't get. I've gotten so much business from asking for it because I follow that model. You lose on so much information, on knowledge, on friendships, on experience, because you don't ask for it. And you have to ask a lot from yourself too.
Actually, as a barber, we have so much connection, and the person that will help you a lot, give you some information and anything else, is right there in your chair. Before, I was this person that I never asked, because just like what I can say, I was like lacking of being more to grow. But now, every opportunity, I make questions, so I understand their business, how they get there, why they are successful the way they are, so I can, strive and do the same.
Absolutely. I 1000% agree.